I'm Owen Smith here on snowy Salt Spring Island, bringing you the Cannabis Digest video review. This week we've got John Conroy, Cannabis Activism, and the Supreme Court of Canada GoFundMe. So let's get this started. First article comes from Al Graham, my co-host on Time for Hemp Radio. Check us out, timeforhemp.com. John Conroy is the master of the courtroom. Him and my lawyer, Kirk Tusaw, recently helped to fight the injunction that happened this week, and we're waiting on the response from the courts, whether or not they agree with the arguments laid forth at the appeal for the injunction. This could likely go on for many years. In fact, 2017 is potentially the date that they may finish it. Unlike my case, which could be finished this year and will affect MMPR patients right away. So there'll be more on that. Check out this article by Al Graham on John Conroy and support the MMAR Coalition Against Repeal, doing lots of really good work to make sure that you can grow your own medicine. Amy Gravel brings us an article, Organics. Should you grow your cannabis organically? Yes, probably. Do you eat organic? I eat organic. I think that if you have a medical condition, you should probably focus on trying to get as much healthy stuff into you as possible and as least amount of unhealthy stuff, which includes the chemicals which could build up in your system and make you feel bad. So, growing organic, what can you do? You can use ladybugs. Ladybugs are a natural pesticide. Instead of spraying the plant, you can engage it with these living organisms which will take care of it. Now, if you grow your own plants at home, you can find these ladybugs at the local garden store, and you can also use other animals. I've seen praying mantises being used. Another innovative technique. She talks about the use of neem oil as an organic pesticide as well. So encourage you to read this if you're growing your own cannabis and if you love organics. Amy Gravel. Kyla Williams brings us this week's article on cannabis activism on the internet. And just like this video is on the internet, this is our way in which we can contact the masses these days. The millions and millions of people who don't know about cannabis, who need to be educated. We can get to them through blogging, through social media networks, and other means such as YouTube. We can help to bring this plant back into the light. So if you're on the internet right now, I encourage you to share this with all your friends, because this is what you can do. This is what we've got in our lifetimes to take advantage of. So check out Carla Williams' article if you want to learn more about cannabis activism on the internet. The date has been set. March 20th, 2015 is when we will travel to Ottawa to lay down the final arguments to the Supreme Court of Canada about why medical patients should have access to extracts. That can be anything from tea and cookies to juices or concentrated oils like the Rick Simpson oil. And many people are currently using these out of necessity and are helping them a great deal, and for really good reasons. It's been my mission for the last 5 years to help to bring these important products into the light so that people who really need them will be able to use them. And this court challenge has so far made that happen in BC. Now, the government of Canada has appealed, so we can make it available to people across the nation, and we'd love to do that. And if you read this article by Ted Smith, you will learn a little bit more about what's going on with cannabis extracts, what's happened, and what could potentially be the future if we win. Check out Ted Smith's article this week. My article for the week is the GoFundMe campaign for the Supreme Court of Canada. We're trying to raise $15,000 to get the lawyers out there to pay for the paperwork that has to be printed, as well as the Ottawa lawyer alone, who costs $5,000. And so we're looking to reach out to people who are going to benefit from this in the long run and in the short run, to help where they can. If that means that you can share the campaign online, you can talk to your friends and family about it, or you can give us some money, because we need lots of money. It's been $100,000 for 5 years, and with $15,000 goal for this one we hope to reach in the next 4 months. So please, any way you can, support the GoFundMe campaign, and so that patients can have access to cannabis extracts, which can really help change a lot of people's lives for the better. So check me out, Owen Smith, online, GoFundMe. Let's do this. Make it happen. Finally, Diane Walsh brings us an article about a hemp factory being built in Alberta by a Chinese company to process hemp into biomaterials, fiber, and potentially even biogas. Fuel, that is. So, very interesting article. And is Alberta flooded with hemp? It is. And do we have no way to make value-added products out of hemp? That's the case. So are we happy that there's a company that wants to move here and make hemp? I think so. But would we prefer that we were making it ourselves and pushing it forward as a country? Yes. I think Canadians would really love it if we took a hold of this industry and did something with it. We don't need Chinese entrepreneurs. We have many of our own. But if they're going to help, perhaps this will be the spark that starts the fire for Canadian hemp, and we can become a world leader. Currently, we only produce a little bit of what's potentially a very useful plant. We have hemp seed, and we have some fiber for animal bedding, all very new. We want to expand and make the most out of this plant, which can really help heal the earth. Thank you again for watching Cannabis Digest video review. My name is Owen Smith. Please check out the links. Go to thecannabisdigest.ca to see all the articles from this week and from past weeks, as well as my previous videos if you just want to catch up on everything real fast. I love to do this, and I will see you again next week. It is my honor to come from Salt Spring Island, and we are going to make cannabis extracts legal as a team, as a country, potentially as a planet. Until next week, may your cannabis digest.